Hello and welcome back to the GorillaBiker, and today myself and Mr. Hatter here, that's Hatter JBK on socials, as you can see right here. He also has a QR code. I need to put that on my bike somewhere. We're going to ride back that way to HAWKS Nest. As you can see, we're in a pretty location. I would give it like 8 out of 10 on the pretty scale, and the only way it would be better if there was some bikes going up and down. It actually, yeah, it wins. It wins. I'm just trying to take something from this man, but I can't. So yeah, we're going to ride back up super fun twisty roads, which you may or may not have already seen sections of. He's not going to bounce his bike off the ground this time. It was only a little bounce. He didn't crash. And yeah, we'll talk as we go. So this area is called, well, the area we were running into is Gawley Bridge. Very pretty. We ate at well, we didn't eat there, but we got food from Gino's Pizza last night. It was subs and some wings, which were very tasty, and I enjoyed them immensely. Also, this whole area, as you can probably see, is absolutely stunningly beautiful. I love the houses. It feels like more somewhere that I would live forever, if that makes sense. Just the hills and the trees, it all kind of blends together and just makes sense to my poor little brain, that sometimes, you know, just doesn't understand things too good. But yeah, this place is absolutely stunning. Wait, when we come up out of here, there's, how do you pronounce it? Is it Kanawha Falls or something? Huh? Kanawha Falls. So you'll be able to... Kanawha, okay, gotcha. But you'll see them as we round these corners here, and they're absolutely stunning. I have a photo that I took yesterday when I was bringing back the food. I'll pop that up on the screen now also. But yeah, really, I literally could not go wrong visiting this area if you like riding motorcycles. If you don't like riding motorcycles, I can't. Well, there's something wrong with you anyway. But you know, I can't help after that. Hopefully, the road up to HAWKS Nest is nice and dry. It was a hell of a lot of fun yesterday. You know, like I said, that'll probably be in the day 2 video, and you'll see where I was pushing on just a little bit more, but that road is just immense. One thing that I will say over here that wins hands down over, say, Ireland, because I have always maintained that Ireland is a absolutely wonderful, you know, location for going on a bike. What here has is the road surface. The road surface is so much better. If you've ever been to like Wales or Scotland, it's reminiscent of the best chunks of those, except there's more of it. That's really where it would win. It's kind of, you know, we mentioned yesterday to each other, not on video, that you literally can't run out of good roads here. You just kind of turn and oh, there's another one, which is pretty bloody nice. Especially when you're on a bike trip and want to just do bike stuff. Bike stuff generally includes nice roads. So yeah, I highly recommend visiting here if you like bikes and roads that are good. Yeah, so this is just the highlight reel essentially, is what Hatter's saying. But you know, I'll definitely be back here, hopefully sooner rather than later, just because I now know how close this is to me. Here's Kanawha Falls. I said it right. That's it in there. Very pretty, I have to say. When I was swinging by here yesterday to collect the food, I did make that decision to pop in there on the way back because it was so pretty. Also, like, look up there. Look at those bushes and whatnot. It's so freaking beautiful here. Now, I have been accused before by Grumpy Bike Wizard of being slightly too fond of geography. I don't think it's a failing though. You know, it's personality flaw maybe, but one of those good flaws that you get from years of generational breeding of idiots. But I'm not a sandwich. Anyway, look at that. Look at that. It's just like... and how far is this from your house again? Yeah, I'd probably just be like every day after work in the summer, okay, I'm going there, because look at it. It's so beautiful. I can imagine. So apparently this road we're going to, the Talon, again, this is given to me by Hatter, so I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm wrong. It used to be called just the road to Hawks Nest, but they named it. Yeah, it didn't have a name. Now it's the Talon, which I think, to be fair, it kind of deserves a name, because it's a pretty nice road, as you'll all see very, very soon. Really? Okay, that's interesting. So Hatter's just saying that basically they went to the extent of, this is the only road that he's aware of that's officially recognised by the cities as being called the Talon. This is Gawley Bridge, by the way, also, before I forget as we pass it. Gino's is just down in there, and there was some very nice people who complimented my bike when I got the food yesterday, so I like Gawley Bridge. Gets a thumbs up from me. Also some really cool old brick buildings. I would imagine so. Yeah. Hatter's just saying, if you live here, you kind of have to like motorcycles. I assume that's Gawley Bridge, right? I will say also, for anyone asking, we did ride in the rain quite a bit yesterday, and I did have my traction control turned all the way up, but I never got the light on. So look, it's a nice safety there. I'm not upset that it is there, but you know, I think if you ride to the conditions, you should hopefully never trigger it, unless you've made a mistake, in which case it might save your butt. So it is nice having it there. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't think traction control would have saved you, to be honest with that, because that was your front wheel. I'm going to play the sound he made now. You okay? It was extremely loud and kind of a little bit unnerving. Just here on the left, yes, I would imagine so. So just here on the left, this is Cathedral Falls. I'll put a photo up on the screen now that we took there yesterday. We're not going to pull in. You would see it in day 2 video, but it is, again, very pretty. Okay, yeah, the road is a little bit slick, so we probably can't go too crazy like we were doing a little bit of fun times yesterday, but like I said, you'll see it in day 2 video. You know what? Again, I have that video clip, Hatter. You can't deny it. But this road is genuinely amazing. Just corner after corner of nice flowing sections, and I mean, the best part has to be the road surface. Anyone who's watching from Ireland right now, oh, it just got repaved this year as well, Hatter says, so we are extremely lucky. Which, again, people in Ireland will probably be thinking right now, oh, the Wicklow Gap just got repaved this year as well, but I got covered in stones, because for some reason that's how we repave roads in Ireland. But like, even if you come here and ride slowly, this place is just stunning. I love the trees and whatnot. I mean, the road's probably dry enough to push on a bit. I just really don't want to crash my bike, to be honest. These few corners here are, yeah, there's trees and there's cliff. I don't want to hit either of those. Oh, so nice. I mean, technically I am doing the speed limit, so you know. Oh, this is dry-ish. No, okay, it's not dry. Those patches. This looks kind of dry. Duck back into this lane to stay away from traffic. Back out because this one looks a bit drier. Like I said, you really can't go wrong with this place. It is so nice. And it's very quiet right now because it is kind of early. We stayed right near it, which seems to have worked out quite well. But like, look at this. I don't like the wet patches, so I am going to keep just taking it easy. Not too much power application through the corners. It is a public road, not a racetrack after all, as much as I wish racetracks existed like this. I've never understood why someone who owns like a load of land doesn't just do like a... Okay, this is quite wet here, there's fog, so we'll slow down a little more. But yeah, I've never understood that. That corner would have been so much fun if it was dry. Kind of like a carousel nearly. you know, if someone can afford like a load of land and just doesn't make like a sprint course, you know, just like straight sprint course, that would be really fun. Like one of these roads as a track, you know, like 4 mile sprint, and just do it as a time attack. That would be the most amazing track known to man. This place is just heaven. I could run up and down here all day, which I'm sure some people who live locally in the area do and are probably like, well, duh. Of course we could run up and down there all day. You saw it. Okay, stay on your own side of the road, you jackass. That's one thing I really don't like. You know, stay in your lane. Whatever you're doing, whatever silliness you want to do, just stay in your own lane, and you're probably not going to hurt anyone, you know? Which, I mean, is the end goal. No one wants to hurt someone else. If you hurt yourself through your fun times, I'm okay with that, you know what I mean? You only hurt yourself, but don't hurt other people. It's really upsetting having to go this slow, but the road is slick, and I want to go home today with my bike intact, so it's a sad reality. Sometimes it's wet. Alright, let's wait for Hatter to catch up. Never leave your friends too far behind in case they've had an accident, you know, you want to check. So you just want to make sure that they're actually there. Don't abandon your friends. There he is. As I just said to the people at home, don't just pull in and wait for a few seconds, make sure you're still there, you know. Otherwise I could get to Hawks Nest, wait 10 minutes and be like, oh shit. These downhill sloping corners like this, as you can see, people have taken way too much out of them at times, but always take it easy, especially if they're wet, because any downhill sloping corner like that is just going to naturally collect water as well. So as slick as the rest of the road is, left got you. And it isn't terrible, but I have moved around a little bit on it, even with the traction control on, mainly on the front. You know, where the water collects is where you're going to get the grease and shit on the road, but you don't want to power through, because that's how you lose the rear end of your bike. As Hatter said, there's lots of big trucks and whatnot that tend to leak around here. I mean, we followed an oil streak for miles yesterday, literally miles and miles and miles. It was insane. So yeah, I don't know how he still had oil, but that's the kind of thing you need to be aware of. Easy on the power with the wet. Oh, this looks dry, so we're dry around the corner, which is nice. And then it's wet again, so you have to be careful in those transitions as well. If you're all the way leaned over, like assuming it's going to stay dry, you could get caught pretty badly. I love this place. I could do this all day. It is a pity it's wet, but if you watch the day 2 video, you'll see me going a little bit harder into the corners. Just a smidge, you know, just a smidge harder. I don't know why I'm fogging up. Anyway. There was oil right at the apex of that corner back there. Easy does it. Oh yeah, I can feel the bike moving slightly on the corner, so it is slick. It's not terrible, but it is slick. I've always actually not minded the rain too much. I mean, I used to actually enjoy the track days when it rained, but I did have rain tires on. Now these Michelin Anarchy 3s are perfectly capable in the rain, but not a tire I want to push around wet corners, you know. This is where Hatter had his little moment here. See that transition from to the two different concretes or tarmacs or whatever they are, probably tarmac. That's where he had his moment. So you have to watch for material transitions too. It's just part of being on bikes, you know. Hey. Please stop fogging up, boyser. So annoying. Oh, Oh, Hatter's gonna get copy in that car now. That's terrible. Easy does it. And gently power on, straighten the bike. Full power on. The thing that I've never personally understood is, you know, people will go absolutely ham on the straights and that's why they get pulled over. Whereas like going ham on the straights is like, I don't find it that fun. I prefer, if I was able to go fast through the corners today, which I'm not because they're wet, that would be what I would want, you know. Hitting 100 along the straights here, it's not going to do much for me other than get me arrested. Is this Hawks Nest? Hawks Nest Tunnel, mouth of the Great Hawks Nest Tunnel, 3 miles long, which diverts water of New River to its 5-mile long gorge, the tunnel, a mile of which is through solid rock, and a 50-foot dam gives waterfall of 160 feet for electric power. Is this the place, Hatter, or keep going? I'm lining the bike up, see? Note to everyone at home and myself, if you bash your shin off these GorillaBiker panniers, they hurt. Line up like there somewhere if you can. You know, if it exceeds your talents, it's okay. Your West Virginia talents. Keep going, straight back now. Straight back. Keep going. Keep going. Alright, stay there for a sec. Perfect. Right now everyone is like, I'm never traveling with that guy ever. No, I'm not. You foolish fish. No, I'm not. Alright, let's get the big camera. This is the worst thing, actually, about vlogging. I have to leave my helmet on if I want to keep talking to everyone. Well, I probably don't have to, but it's just the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to. That's what I'm saying. Alright, Mr. Hatter, please remove thyself, unless you want to be in one of the photos.
Ride your own damn ride. If you know the person with you is more skilled in corners, send them out front, meet them somewhere else. That bike is too damn heavy to go the speed you will go.
Yeah, and it's wet.
Yeah, like I could feel the rear tire of mine getting squirrely, and I was like, yes, we're done.
Yeah, no, I could feel mine was getting like a little bit saucy into some corners, but like that's probably mostly the fact it's on like adventure tires. But what Hatter said, just in case this didn't pick it up, which I think is important, is he said just ride your own ride. He wasn't even going to try keep up with me on this. You know your skill level, know the people your skill level you're riding with. Don't do stupid stuff, because you'll regret it when you end up with your bike somewhere down there in the trees and you're sitting looking at it, hopefully thinking, well, there goes my bike. And that's best case scenario.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, around here, if you go with it, you might or might not get found.
yeah. So where's the overlook?
Pick a path, it all loops around.
All right.
It's a little bit shorter to it.
Leave the cameras and stuff on the bike, or take them?
Yeah, you can leave them.
So this is something that's crazy to me around here, that Hatter pointed out. He left this camera on the bike all last night, and no one robbed it. I still don't understand. It's like, it's still difficult for my brain. Again, any Irish people in the audience right now will be like, excuse me? It doesn't make sense.
We will shoot if you take our stuff. Risk reward, buddy. Risk reward.
Actually, that's true. So Hatter said risk reward because, I mean, you're very likely to get dead here. By the way, if you're ever looking for Hatter at a bike meet or anything over here, look for the fedora.
No, Father Bobber's going to be commenting because I actually wore my black and tan cap to 5 Dirty Bikers meetup, and when he was looking for me.
Just a note, don't use that phrase around certain Irish people.
What?
Black and tan.
That's what it is. It's a black cap with tan leather.
I'm joking, but also I'm not. Am I? Who knows? Oh, holy shit.
Oh, it gets better.
Okay. This is what I always tell people, right? And I'm telling all of you too. Whatever you see on the camera, GoPros don't do anything justice ever. You need to, oh my god, you need to come here and see this. Like, this is beautiful. Right now, Grumpy Bike Wizard is like, shut up about the geography, Mike. Don't worry, the roads are good too. You should definitely come here. Have a look. Sorry, Grumpy, you should definitely come here and have a look. Oh my god. I don't like it. Why did you bring me here? This is horrible. My life was better before I saw this.
Welcome. In the summer, you will actually know why it's called Hawk's Nest. There will be hawks flying around and teaching their babies to fly and stuff. So.
Oh, really? That's cool. So Hatter just said if in summer, the reason it's called Hawk's Nest is because there'll be hawks here flying around teaching their babies to fly and whatnot.
Occasional bald eagle.
Baby bald eagles. That is so cool.
If we were at the visitor center, we'd be looking down that gorge, and you could actually see at the very last set of mountains that come together, the New River Gorge Bridge.
I like this one. This is a really good viewpoint. So that's about as good as a drone shot as I'm going to get y'all. Because I don't have a drone that's legal for me to fly here yet. I need to get a license or a smaller drone. I don't even know. You're probably not allowed to fly drones here anyway, yeah?
We're not going to card you.
Huh?
Do you see anybody around here to card you?
True. But I'm going to get one of the smaller, lighter ones, and we'll be back to it. But this is a state park, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you're allowed to fly them in state parks.
Yeah, somebody has, because we've got drone footage of it.
Well, I mean, $1 Million Bogan flew in loads of state parks, but the thing is, he's rich, so if he gets in trouble, he'll probably get out of it. I won't.
There's nobody here. Nobody's going to catch you.
Well, to be fair as well, I mean, it probably is a thing that they don't want you to disturb nesting birds, which I completely agree with, so.
I'm pretty sure if the hawks decide to disturb them, then that's going to be the end of your drone.
So, question, before we finish the video. In your opinion, what is the best time of year to visit here as a local?
Depends. Do you want to see the birds, or do you want to see changing leaf colors? Because probably in 2 or 3 weeks, these will be all yellows and orange.
A lot of people like that, don't they?
Yep.
But that's probably less good for motorcycling because the leaves will be on the road.
Yes. But it is absolutely gorgeous to look at. So.
Yeah. So 3 weeks from now is what, mid-October? All the leaves will be changing colour. If you like that, that's the best time to visit. However, and I do think it bears pointing out because sometimes people don't think, the roads will also be covered in leaves. So if you're here on bikes, it will be slightly more treacherous.
And chilly.
And which?
Cold, chilly.
And cold, yeah, okay.
And then October in the mountains.
Just any time in summer if you want to see the eagles?
Just about. Yeah, they're usually be fluttering around somewhere.
So then if you want to visit and see the eagles with their babies and whatnot, just turn up in summertime. And
earlier, like spring or whatever. But
huh?
The babies are probably earlier, like spring or whatever. But yeah, there's usually birds all over the place here when it's nice and warm out.
And I can't stress how much I know the GoPro isn't going to bring how stunning this is across, but I use this to try to get you a good image of it because this is better at capturing videos, like good quality videos. But this is beautiful. You could stand here for hours and just look at it. Well, I could. You probably are sick of it at this point in your life. So this is that's the dam, the electric dam, right?
That's, I think, just flood. I don't know if it does need electric generation or not.
Oh, so it's just a dam. Interesting.
Of some form.
Huh?
Water control of some form. I'm not sure if it actually generates any electricity or not.
Okay. Fair enough. Just to show you.
Down there somewhere are also like whitewater rafting and all kinds of other stuff. If you're into that type of
Oh, down that side.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can see the rocks and the rapids and everything. I mean, we'll throw you an inner tube and chuck you down the river.
So that's it. Basically, that's a quick video from the Gawley Bridge area up to Talon to the first stop at Hawks Nest. Essentially, you can go to the visitor center, but I prefer here because there's no one here, so I can talk. Because I turn into a silent lemon when there's too many people around. I'm just used to him, so it's fine. But if I could recommend one place I've been to so far on the bike in America, it would be this area. This is day 3 of me riding on this trip, and this is like, West Virginia is amazing. I don't think we've been to a point that I've been like, I don't like it here, this is boring. It's all been amazing. So West Virginia.
I've kept you out of Charleston.
Huh?
I've kept you out of Charleston.
Well, yeah, it's a big city. Charleston, I don't want to go there. I have less than no interest. But here, like, this is just stunning. So visit West Virginia. I'm not employed by the West Virginia Tourist Board, I promise. It just really is a really good motorcycling destination. So yeah, if you've watched, thank you very much for watching. As always, a very special thank you to all of my patrons, of which Hatter is one. You've heard that probably several times by now, but that's okay.
We're ready in the outro because I'm the first name.
And anyway, until next time, if you've any questions on the area or any comments, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Anyway, thanks again. Adios. Outro crew. You're okay. I won't make you ask it today. Outro crew. So, what would you do? Would you be upset if you came here as a motorcycling destination and the roads were kind of damp? I personally, obviously, am not. You just slow down a little bit. But it depends on what type of rider I suppose you are. So what type of rider are you? Are you like only the journey on the road, or do you also care about getting places and seeing this? Because this made, like, if it had been raining, bucketing rain all day and we got to this point, I would have been like, cool, worth it. Let me know what you think, because I'm interested what type of people are watching the channel, you know. Yeah, but this is so pretty. One thing I can't get over is that a house up there?
Yeah.
Whoever that is,
the luckiest man in the state, I think.
yeah, absolutely. That is so amazing.
Dog that inherited something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's probably one of the Vanderbilts. They seem to own everything else, or did at one point. But just in case you can't see it on the GoPro, my finger right there, that's a house. I'll take a photo and try zoom in on it for you. I don't know will I get it, but I'll try. Alright, outro crew. Thank you for getting this far. If you got this far, it is much appreciated. Bye.
Yeah, if I ever win the lottery and that comes up for sale, that's going to be my house.
With the switchback all the way up to it.